Hiya folks, it's me. Sorry for the lack of content for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Got a few issues. What they're doing in this block is they're replacing all the doors, including my front door. I think it's the fire regs or something, and there's always hammering and stuff, and it's sort of ruining the videos, because every time I try to make this video, they have these power saws or whatever, and I played back and he sort of got it over the content, if you know what I mean. So I thought it's about 6:20 in the evening in rainy UK, so I thought I'd give it another go and see if I could come up with a video. And basically I'm just going to show you a few CDs that I've been spinning. I spin a lot of CDs. I'm also a miracle man, because I could actually do it online as well. I listen to a lot of music online. I don't know why, but I'm playing a lot of Judas Priest live online at the moment. Yeah, so I thought I'd just show you a few of the CDs I've been listening to. And there's a varied sort of variety. The first two, AOR. Some people love it, some people hate it. I just found it so tedious. Some of it was really bad, some of it was not bad, and sort of I could listen to. But as a genre, sort of the late 70s, early 80s stuff, I'm not mentioning bands, but it was just sort of the music that was so sort of tedious to listen to. You just wanted to turn it off. It was just too much for me. But one band, it was actually Greg the Egg, and he was doing his video. He was sat in his car by Mr. PG, and he showed a couple of CDs, namely this band. And I went straight through my collection, because I thought I had some stuff there. I knew I had vinyl of theirs, but alas no, it got pinched. But I bought myself a couple of CDs to rediscover them, and here we go. They cost a £5, and that's this band, Foreigner. And I thought this band sort of was rose above all the top of the AOR. I don't like them as much as Supertramp, but they've got some good tunes out, like Feels Like the First Time, Cold as Ice, and it's a sort of band I can sort of sit down and listen to. You know what I mean? Have it in the background, do something while I'm listening to it. But it's about a 7 to 8 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know them, check them out. They've sort of been going now. It's hard to believe, because I remember them back in the day. I think it was 1977 they formed. I may be wrong. They've been going now for 40 years. But one of the guys, I think he was ex-Spooky Tooth, who was in them. He was a British guy, and I think there was a half Brit, half American, if I remember rightly. But yeah, they've just got some seriously good tunes. Jukebox Hero, I think Greg likes that one. Waiting for a Girl Like You, and yeah, it's just a great band. I just like sort of sitting down and listening to it. But the other stuff, as I say, is just so tedious, and that's why I never listen to the stuff. Now the second was a Canadian band. A lot of the CDs, I must give Greg royalty rights, otherwise he'll set his people on me, his legal department. But a lot of the stuff I'm showing you tonight is what Greg sent me. And this album is absolutely killer. It's Iron Kingdom 2019 release. If you haven't got this record, you're seriously missing something. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's easily the best Iron Kingdom record I've heard. Because the earlier stuff was tended to be a bit Iron Maiden-y. This is sort of broke away from it. You do get a few Iron Maiden-y type riffs, but not too many. There's just good, pure old-fashioned heavy metal. No frills, no spills, and it's got a killer cover, as you can see. Look at that picture there. And I'm thoroughly enjoying this record, and I've played it a few times this week, and it's just a killer record. As I say, does what it says on the tin. The next one I'm doing is another Canadian band, and that's this band, the Hillwalkers. And I don't know whereabouts in Canada they come from, but they're not Canadian. I'm sort of embarrassed myself. I'm sure they are. But this is another killer release I've been listening to as well, and it's just a style I really like, and fantastic music. I think I've shown it before, but it's a fantastic release, and if you can get hold of it, please do. And the next one, oh yeah, what I've been doing, sorry about that, British punk, and I sort of had a bit of a discovery, because I love punks. If you're a metalhead, people say punk and metal. Well, I personally love punk, especially the UK stuff. But what you got to remember is a lot of people think they talk punk. It was the Sex Pistols, it was the Damned, it was the Clash. It wasn't. The genre is huge, and it's more to it than them bands. And if you scratch the surface or touch the pool, there's a lot more good stuff to find. And one record I found was this record. This is a band from Bristol, I believe, called Vice Squad. Now, I thought I'd never heard of it before, but on investigation I have. And this CD is only cost you a couple of quid off eBay. Buy it, it kills. Firstly, it's female fronted, and it's just fantastic punk rock. Really enjoyed it. And it's also got a great cover of Road Crew, but that was sung by a man. That's probably before the female joined. This is a killer CD, and I absolutely love it. And the woman, she's got a great sort of punk voice, bit cross between Debbie Harry, Hazel O'Connor. Yeah, that cover it. But it's just a great punk rock CD. It's not as heavy or as sort of pub punky as I like. I've got some real raw stuff next door will make your ears bleed. It's sort of the stuff you expect from a record company to put a punk CD out. But I enjoyed this record. Give it a 9 out of 10. Fantastic. And yeah, couldn't beat that one. The next record came as a bit of disappointment. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. I expected an all-out punk record, but it didn't. When you see the cover, you think, yeah, that's a sort of very what we used to print, the photocopier, and you stick it in the CD, and if you made your own CD, it sort of looked like that. But I love this band. It's from London, and I love some of the songs, but then it went from punk into sort of ska. I wasn't expecting that, I must admit. But you get some good punk rock songs. This band called the Trash Cats, and sorry waving it about, but it sort of went from the punk into the ska. I must admit, seeing that cover, it took me by surprise. Was it a good surprise? Not really, but it's still a good release. Now I'm starting to sound like Metal Theologian. But it was a good release, but it just because of the surprise, and that's what sort of spoilt it for me. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10. And you've got the last two coming, Greg, as well. I shall send you. I've got you a copy of these two. But that's what just spoilt it for me. But yeah, that's that one. The next one is a record I know intimately, and I've been listening a lot. This is another one Greg sent me. Now this is the Rolling Stones. Now this could have been the best concert album released of all time by anyone. How do I know? Well, I actually was at this tour, and what it was the Urban Jungle tour, and they were promoting Steel Wheels, the album. But when I went to see them at the old Wembley Stadium, that's before they built the new stadium, because that's no longer there, which is obvious when you think about it. They played one of my favourite songs, 2,000 Light Years From Home. I don't know what it is, but off this recording, it ain't on there. They must have changed the set along the way. And, it's a good concert album, don't get me wrong. But it's, I don't know, without that track on, it could have been an amazing concert album. Because when I saw them, the stage bathed in orange light, and I thought to myself, there's no way will they sing 2000, because 2000 Light Years is my second favourite Stones track of all time, behind Gimme Shelter. And I thought, there's no way they're going to play it live. It was such an obscure track, even in the sort of late 80s, early 90s. But I was at Wembley, sure enough, guess what? They played it. and it's just a pity they didn't put it on here. That's the only criticism I've got with this record. But it's a killer release, absolutely fantastic. It's the Rolling Stones, folks, and they've got beautiful pictures, and yeah, he got some nice pictures of the thing. I think Mick Jagger got the big dogs on here. He might, yeah, there it is. I remember those floats as well, because Mick Jagger did something really rude. I can't say what on here. They had these big inflatables, and Mick Jagger did something really, really rude, and it sort of brought the crowd down. But yeah, it was just a great record. Talking of Rolling Stones releases, why are they so expensive now? Has anybody noticed? I was looking at a concert CD, and it was like between 20 and 30 quid. If anybody, I know it's the record companies, but flipping it, Mick, if anybody from the Stones is watching this, please lower the prices. Us poor fans, you're pricing us out of the market. Last but not least, Greg, the Resurrection Band. Love this band. Christian rock, is it, or punk? I'd call it Christian gospel rock. Love it. There's some fantastic tunes on this CD. I haven't stopped playing it. Got the other one, Military Man, going as well. Absolutely fantastic. I think they were out of Chicago, but yeah, can't recommend this band enough. The only thing is, these are hard to get hold of in the UK. I was incredibly lucky with one of them, because if you go on the eBay now and try and pick it up, it's going to cost you some big money. But yeah, I've been listening to the Res Band as well. Fantastic stuff. It's right, I'm just looking at the time. That's why I'm looking. But last but not least was the bargain. I mean, it was a huge bargain. And I'm sure Greg held the CD up, and I checked it out and bought this. Do you know why, folks? Because it only cost me £1. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely out of this world. You get 3 DVDs, American Idiot, Dookie, and Live Rarities. You get all their live stuff when they were pelted off stage, what Greg showed on his video. And you get Dookie and the American Idiot. It's all DVDs. The only thing I haven't got are the CDs, but this will do me, especially for an English £1. You can't beat it for value, can you? I love Green Day. Really do. I think this Billy was his name. I can't remember his second name. He was a phenomenal good. He's a good songwriter. He's got real talent, that lad does. But yeah, look at this. You get these sort of things. Just a fantastic box. Looks like it's brand new as well. Took me ages to get it out of the box. So for £1, it's just a fantastic bargain. You can't beat it. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this little offering, and I'll try not to be too long again, but I'll see what happens. But I've got another video planned for this week. But peace out, folks. We're going to have more love in this world. There's too much hate. Enough said on that subject. So have fun, folks, and I'll see you next time.